What is going on, Coastal Worldwide? Guys, welcome home. Today, Blaine and myself are out in the Sea Pro in Pensacola, Florida. We just had some engine maintenance done on the motor, so we're gonna stay in close today, inside 15 miles offshore, and show you guys what is to be had out here in a beautiful location like this. We're gonna walk you guys through every single step of the day, what works, what doesn't work, and how you guys can come out here, do this, and catch some awesome fish. So obviously, we're just a mile offshore right here. There's bait everywhere, so I'm gonna show you guys how we like to make bait first. We've just got a sabiki rod here, nothing too crazy. The rod is definitely nothing too crazy at all. We've got the Okuma Inspira on here, which is very nice. And basically 30-pound braid. You're gonna wanna go to a tackle shop and get a sabiki rig. Now you can go fluorocarbon sabiki rigs or mono sabiki rigs. We have noticed the fluorocarbon sabiki rigs work a little bit better, but for today, we're gonna do some mono. A little pro tip here, to not get these guys tangled when you take them out of the package. I'm gonna put the trash into my paqueta. I'm just gonna go ahead and straight out of the package, I'm gonna tie to the swivel first. So I'm gonna go inside the swivel, I'm gonna tie it up. Everything we tie to normally uses a uni knot. Obviously you're not putting a lot of pressure to these tiny bait fish, so you don't need anything crazy. And then once you get it tied, I'm just gonna go each one off in a row. I'm gonna reel up some slack, and it should prevent a little bit of your tangling problem. That way it's all in line. Sabiki rigs can be a pain. You're gonna get tangled, it's not gonna not happen. But that, as you can see, makes it a little bit easier to get out of the package. And then at the end, you just got a snap swivel. We normally take a 1 ounce weight. We're in like 23 feet of water. If we were deeper, like 60, 80 feet, I might grab a 2 ounce weight. But other than that, nothing special. Obviously you don't need a pyramid sinker, but anything that snaps on easy. And then we've got some bait below us. Might have to bump us in. Oh, I'm on. What do we got? What are these baits? Tiny. Yeah, was that an L1? I haven't seen bait in so long, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh no, it's still greenback.
Greenback. Oh, do we have the de-hooker? All right, bait number 1 is in there. Just make sure when you get tight, you don't like yank the rod, and obviously no need for hook sets or anything like that. It just came and jumped, bro. It's like this, has these dogging me. I'm just slow reeling, tiny hooks, tiny mouths on these guys. This is gonna take forever if we get them one by one. Most of the time you can load a pretty decent sabiki by like hooking one and then like leaving it, and that's what I'm trying to do here. Maybe his buddies will join in on the fun with him and try keeping the rod down because they like to jump. Technique here, let's see. Oh, yep. Technique did not work. I've just got 3, 4.
Bingo. You are a winner.
There we go. We normally have a sabiki de-hooker, but I don't know what we did with it. This would be significantly easier with a little sabiki de-hooker. I definitely recommend you guys put one on. I'll put one up on the screen to show you guys what it looks like. But it makes de-hooking these guys a lot easier. Oh, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to drop your baits. If we were going out to the rigs, we'd be, ow! Yeah. I'd be a lot more selective of like what baits we took with us because they need to make a 3-hour boat ride. But obviously today we're just running around. And most of these guys today are going to be used for chummies, so we're going to be chumming with these baits, not exactly not fishing with them, I guess I should say. So we are done making bait. A little bit of a pro tip here: go ahead when you're done with bait. Now if you think you need more bait, you're going to run into bait, we're just doing a morning session, so we're done getting bait. Cut off your sabikis and then throw them wherever you keep your trash, in a bucket or in a trash bag, because those things can find some crazy places to hide as you are running, and sometimes they find your arms and stuff. And there's just nothing more frustrating than like being hooked up to a big fish at the spot and trying to walk around the boat and then getting hooked by a sabiki. It's pretty sick, actually. Oh, look what time it is. The sun's up. That means the PBOs are on, friends. I enjoy them swimmingly. And look at that nice little carrying case, super sick. You can clip it somewhere. Oh, new hats, bro.
Brand new hats.
We should tell them about it. Yeah, go check out the website, bro. New hats website. Let's make money. I mean, let's support young children fishing. Alrighty, friends, so we are at the spot. We are in 82 feet of water. The first thing I like to do when we get up to a spot like this is figure out how we're drifting. So we have one screen up with the map right here. Obviously it has a track on it, so we're gonna see which way we're drifting. Blaine's got the the depth finder on here, and then we're just going to drift around a little bit, and I'm going to put a hardtail out the back to start with. We've got our nice little kitty crab net for our baits. We try to get one hardtail without tearing up the baits too much. Crushed it. Got him. Oh my goodness. Luckily for me, hardtails are pretty hardy. We've got the Okuma Kavala right here on the Okuma ECS Customs rod. This is a bad to the bone kingfishing setup right here. I hope we don't find AJs in the kingfishing setup. I hope we find kingfish on the kingfishing setup. So on our kingfishing rigs, we normally tie our own king rigs. It's a little bit better. We go with a single BKK through the nose. You can hook these guys to the nose. It's really hardy, so he shouldn't go anywhere. Ouch, 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 stop. Guess it's not fair of me to complain about how that hurt. And then the second treble, just a little stinger there. And then I'm just gonna put him on the other side of the boat. Clicker's not on. Just gonna fling him out here. Not put him too far. Forget pipe by AJ, there's no way we're stopping him, but.
Hey, give the Kavala some more credit than that.
It's not really the Kavala's problem, it's just the line class we've got on here.
Give that 30-pound mono a little more credit.
Yeah. All right, I'm not gonna put him too far. Kingfish are not shy. They'll come right up to the boat. We're gonna get the popping rod set up because we're gonna be doing a little bit of popping for AJ. It's a really fun technique to do inside of probably like 200 feet of water. You can call AJ up. We've called them even up from like 280 feet of water before, so.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the marks you want for Amber Jackson's. Good stuff, brothers. So we're excited. We're excited. I'm gonna see if we can't find a kingfish. We're gonna get these popping rods rigged up, and once we figure out which way we're drifting, we're gonna go to the top of the drift and drift this entire bridge rubble area and show you guys how we attack it.
You know,
I didn't want to lose it.
Yep. No, I'm on. Uh-oh.
What?
I might be winning. I might be winning. Man, it could be a big king.
Big clicker guy? Or what?
Yeah, I'm a huge clicker guy.
Just kind of a big fan of clickers, brother.
I honestly, for some reason, thought that's just what the reel sounded like. Oh, that's a lot.
He's scoping up, bro. It might be a big king.
If it's a king,
Dude, he's scoping up.
it's pretty big.
But a gaff.
He's bass.
Dude, it might be a king. He's going up. I mean, you'd have been, I think you would have been down already.
Yeah, toasted.
Sick.
He's dumping. He's dumping.
That's dope, brother.
Dude, I mean dumping. He's about to take it out of the mono.
The backing, dude?
Yeah, just hit the backing. This might be like a 40-pound king, dude.
Sick. You still going?
Yeah. Oh, he's letting me get it now. He's letting me get it now. Ah!
Just dodging. All right, Blaine.
Woo!
Love to see it, man. The Okuma Kavala 5 doing a little bit of work here, boy. Well, there you go, friends. We just got the first popper tied up. We haven't been here for 3 minutes. I put that hardtail out the back just to figure out our drift, and we didn't have to do anything special today. Find our first kingfish. So always a good idea if you guys are out here snapper fishing, even with bait. Just go ahead when you get over structure, man. Put out the, put out a live bait. You never know what's gonna happen.
What if it's a who?
Oh, dude, it's one of those like 60-pound hoops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got color. Just give me a flash. Yep. Oh, dude, it's long.
It's a dolphin, man.
No, it's a huge king, dude. Oh my gosh.
That's a good king for sure, bro. I don't think it's gonna be your PV thanks to the lumps.
I don't know, man.
Think so?
Can it be my PB though? You set the bait and everything, you know what I'm saying? Oh, maybe not PB, but I mean, dude.
That's sick.
Come on.
Come on.
Hey, bro, one of those on the popper? Oh! Wouldn't that be sick? Blaine and I have a little bit of a liking for the lure stuff, if you guys haven't noticed yet. Oh, that would have been so sick if it was like a 30, 45 rope. I'm probably gonna have to gaff him with one hand here. And, yeah. Oh, come back, come back, come back. Other side, I guess. There's always smooth with the gaff. Nice shot. Alright, I can take something. Yeah, I'll take the rod. I'm gonna go over. Dude. Super solid king. I mean, nutso. He's very similar to the same size on the lumps. There we go. Let him get you. Dude. Yeah, no, I think that might be a PB. Yep. That's just the biggest king I've seen on this spot. Yeah. Jeez, dude. That's sick, bro. He might be like 35, 40. And so we just showed up to the spot, and like Dylan said on the GoPro, it's always a good idea whenever you get to a spot and you're kind of motoring around, figuring out your drift, just go ahead and set a king rod, because you really never know what's gonna happen. This absolute smoker king, not even a minute and a half into our drift, came, smoked the live hardtail, and I will say this is probably the biggest king I've seen within 15 miles. I don't know if it's my PB or not, but this thing was an absolute screamer. Put up a heck of a fight on the Kuma Kavala and the ECS rod. That rod is probably the most perfect king fishing rod that I've ever put my hands on. I mean, what a fish. Just to start out the morning, barely 8 a.m.
Deckhand fish bag, pretty funny story. This morning we were like, we don't need the big 72-inch bag that we normally bring from Deckhand offshore. We're gonna bring the kayak bag, because who knows what we'll catch. Probably won't even keep any fish, and then we catch one of the biggest kings we've seen this close for us. So actually pretty nice when you're in the kayak. You can slide, just open up that pocket right there, it's Velcro, slide the fish in. Obviously he's not gonna go all the way in the fish bag.
And that's all she wrote.
We can either do that, or if you want to unzip it and then shove them in and then zip it around
I
him.
guess we can do that.
Slurp him in there. All right. Then you want to zip him up. Hey. You can see like the vast area that we're covering here. There's just a lot of bridge rubble around this area. We've got a bunch of marks here. So we're just gonna try it a couple spots. As you can see today, we haven't even tried like the lower part down here. So we're gonna check out the uppers. Looks like some good marks. We're gonna throw some poppers. We're gonna see if we can get AJ to rise without throwing live baits in. And then if we can't get him to come up with like one more drift, or Blaine and I both popping, dolphin showed up, so that won't help our case any. Then we'll kind of move away a little bit from the dolphin and see if we can throw some chummies in and get some live baits, getting the AJ fired up. Oh, yep. Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Some good ones.
When they're fired up like this, when you get these AJ to show up, try to avoid throwing really long, because the further out you go, the further down he can take you. The closer to the boat you can hook him, the better, for sure. I didn't think they'd fire up like that with the dolphins around. Most of the time, those AJs like it moving quick. So like the big pops can call them up, but when they show up on a popper, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is just start reeling it fairly quick. So normally when we're out here, what Blaine and I do, since we're used to popping a lot, we'll pop. And then when one fires up on it, sometimes they won't hit it. They'll just come up and like check it out and start rolling around on it. And if you start burning it in like this, and you're giving it some nice like speed, they'll start competing for each other to knock each other out of the way for your popper. And you can almost, most of the time, tease them up like right next to the boat, like Blaine did earlier. So yeah. All right, there's 3 baits.
Oh my God, right behind the boat.
You going? Oh! Dude, this is not an ideal spot. He's pulling a lot of drag, dude. I think he's just got the back hooks too. What? What's the drone look like? Can you push the drone? Not that way.
Huh? Just come around.
I can't move, brother. I just got dolphin. Yeah, I got dolphin. Yeah, I got dolphin. I don't think you, like, I had this like pinned like at the max I can possibly do. My first AJ of the day, the baits fired him up right behind the boat and I got sharked or something. I can't hold that, dude. Woo! I was whipping my AJ and then something grabbed it.
Should have brought the plate.
And this is more drag than we run on tuna for sure. Ooh! My back! He's almost pulling me like off the boat like this way. You wanna jump on the wheel and see if we can just run this guy down? All right. Yeah. So resetting after that shark or dolphin or whatever it was. Got 4 baits here. 2. Oh, Dylan, come on. Yeah. 4 baits right there. We'll see how that goes. We're just looking really hard right now for wherever these AJ come up at, because it happens quick. Yep. Oh, it's on me. They're on me. They're on me. They're on me. Oh, it came off. Yes, let's go. Okay, goodness. I can't get my bail open. Oh, God.
The dolphin's coming.
No, not the dolphin. I think I'm in you somehow. Opening free spool again. I think, yeah, you got wrecked. Okay. Okay, mine's right here. Are we just back there? You want me to back it for you?
The dolphin's like looking at it. Bro, what's up, man?
That is a tiny AJ too.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, so obviously not a giant AJ. I'm not even sure this guy's gonna be legal, but the first one we got in the boat today, I'm gonna get him back really quick. But for those of you guys who are looking to get amberjack during amberjack season, definitely recommend this technique. Come over your favorite AJ spot, throw a few live chummies in, get the AJs up close, throw your favorite popping set up. That way you guys have 80, 100, 150 feet to go, rather than hooking them on bottom and only having 5 or 6 feet to go. So this guy's gonna go back, hopefully away from the dolphins. He's out and gone, but dude, we're getting destroyed by dolphins right now. A little bit disheartening. We're gonna reset for another drift. If we get bit by dolphins again, I don't wanna keep killing amberjack the dolphin, so we're just gonna move on. But whew, pretty sick action.
He's on it. They're on it. Come on. Come on, hit it right next to the boat.
Yeah!
Yeah. He's off, but there he goes.
Blade, round 2, fight. There you go. Good stuff, brother.
No, I think he's getting wrecked.
Short pump, buddy. Short bumps, short bumps. There's a lower back destroyer right here, friends. Nice.
That's the baby.
All right, bring him over. Keep his head up. Okay, watch him.
Nice. Jeez.
All right.
BKK Raptors.
Good stuff.
They don't mess around. I was very quick to underestimate these fish after not catching them for a very long time. Came back out for a short trip today just for these guys right here on the popper, and he gave me a run for my money. But quick release.
Let's go, baby. So after Blaine and myself got an AJ apiece, we decided to go ahead and keep throwing the poppers, but we were going to remove the BKK hooks from the popper and try to get you guys some epic film. We only did this for a couple more drifts, got some 6 shots, and then decided to head back to the house. The wind's actually kicked up pretty bad on our 19-mile run back to Pensacola Pass. So we decided to call it a day. I've got to go back to the office and do some things today. Blaine has some running around and some orders to fill. So if you guys want to get some of the Coastal Worldwide merchandise, we sell the hooded performance shirts. Blaine got the regular performance shirt on today. The hats just got in. So if you guys want to support the channel and rock some Coastal Worldwide shirts, we would love it. Check the website link in the description below. But all the gear is rocked in. We're inside the pass right now. I'll kind of show you guys what we brought for a day like this. Just to kind of have things we didn't exactly know what we'd run into. You never really do out there. So we brought one slow pitching rod, a JYG Foundation, some double assist hooks just in case we got over some spots we wanted to slow pitch jig at. We got a speed jigger over there in case we couldn't raise the AJ. We could use the 80-pound braid that's basically for tuna, so we can drop that jig down to the amberjack if they don't want to come up. We've got the Okuma Salina 10,000s right here on Okuma Silver Slayer rods. We've got one JYG, basically swim bait, 5-inch paddle tail. And we've got an X-Wrap on this guy right here, just in case you wanted to throw something different. Obviously one popping rod, the second popping rod right there. We brought the Okuma Lihos filled with 80-pound braid on the 8-foot PCH rod. That's also a tuna setup with a 7-inch paddle tail swim bait. We could use those for AJ. And then we've got the 2 sabiki rods, and then obviously the 2 king fishing rods as well. The Okuma Kavala 5s on the ECS custom rods. For those of you who are interested, these are the 7-foot 15 to 30 pound rating. The model is ECSC 701M. And we do like actually really love those rods for king fishing and for sailfish and any sort of like lighter live baiting that's not like tuna and billfish and stuff like that, or big billfish. So that's it. We wanted to run the boat today, make sure the motor was doing. We got a couple things to tweak, a couple things to work on. We got the second screen added, a NEMA system, a heading sensor. Obviously we're now connected to the Yamaha link, so we put a Yamaha link in here. Trying to get the C Pro up to date a little bit more. We are going to do an entire video on the C Pro when we get the electronics in that we want. So we're wanting to install 2 1K transducers. One is a low for deep water like sword fishing and stuff, and then one is a HW, a high wide 1K for tuna fishing. It shoots a big wide beam to find tuna that obviously move fast. So hoping to install both of those transducers, take the transducer, the little one, off the back, upgrade the electronics, get a black box installed in here. So when we get that, we've got the first part of it done with the NEMA system and the new unit. Then once we get the transducers installed on the hole and get them screwed, you know, we gotta drill a hole in the boat and all that stuff. Once we do that, we're gonna do an entire video walking you guys through on the upgrades we're doing to the electronics on the C Pro. If you guys are curious of how we got the C Pro up to the point that it is, we had a custom T-top done from Deerfield Welding and Fabrication. We had 4 rod holders, installed up top. So 2 over there, 2 over here. These are obviously factory, so it's nice to have more up top. When we get to a spot, we can put the rods up out of the way, especially tuna fishing. And then obviously for running in the back here, we've got plenty of rod holders. They've actually have 16 rod holders just in the T-top itself. And then we fully rewired the entire boat to make it a little bit safer. So we put new pumps in the bottom, new underwater lights on the boat, new floodlights up here, anchor lights, new nav lights, to make the boat have a little bit better power overall. So if you guys are interested in that, we do have that video already up on the channel, so definitely go check it out. Peace out.